everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing very well. So in today's video I am here to talk about a dupe. So I like to be quite cheap. Basically I like to buy products that are really kind of low price, and I'm not a big fan of like spending a lot of money on makeup that sometimes might not work. So today I'm going to be talking about W7. So I'm just going to be talking about one palette. So I'm talking about their Queen Bee palette. I met up with a friend a few days ago, and basically we were talking about makeup, and she had mentioned to me about W7 as to how much they kind of rip off other brands. And I had heard of W7 before, and I think I had tried one of their palettes and reviewed it quite a while ago, but it never kind of clicked into my head as to how much they actually dupe a lot of other high-end brands. So I thought I would pick this up because we went to a beauty outlet near where I live, and this palette was £3, and it was on sale because initially it's like £12, but this is actually a dupe of the Honey palette by Urban Decay. I'll put up a picture here so you know what that palette looks like and the inside of it, etc. But when I saw the amount of W7 products that they had in the beauty outlet, and of course she had mentioned to me like, oh, you know, this is a dupe of this, and it got me clicking. I was just like, this is actually insane, because during that time we were talking about Makeup Revolution and how they are like the most, like, you know, it's a bit frustrating at the moment because a lot of brands are kind of, you know, like they're duping all of their products. They're basically copying a lot of their stuff, and I feel like maybe in the future I'll talk about products that have been duped, not just by Revolution and by W7, but a lot of like kind of lower end brands compared to the higher end brands. So I thought I would try this palette. Unfortunately I don't have the Urban Decay one because I think normally that palette is like £38, and to be honest, W7, no, Urban Decay are not known for, like, you know, having the best quality of eyeshadow. I do have the Prince palette, which was quite decent, not what I had expected for £50 to be honest, but you know, I have reviewed that before, and to be honest I felt like I really wanted to try this palette to see if it was actually good for £3. You also, like Urban Decay as well, you get a little brush with it. I don't know if I will use the brush today because I don't even know. Oh, okay, I've got it out. It's got like a little fluffy side and then the sponge applicator. When I was young I used these applicators so much because I love them, but now they're just bad. So I feel like I will just use this palette today. So I'm going to do quite a nice kind of neutral look. All the names are actually listed on the back. So this is a £12 palette, yeah, which is kind of basically the same. I'm just gonna say it's basically the same as the Honey palette as Urban Decay. I don't actually know how long this palette has been out because it doesn't really say, but I can only imagine it's been a while just because Beauty Outlet have made it £3. So maybe in the future I'll do a full face of W7 because again they do have a lot of cheaper end products. So enough rambling, I'm gonna get on with the makeup. So I'm gonna start off with a transition shade, and I feel like I'm going to start off with this shade just here, which is a bit frustrating to look at. So this is called Manuka, I think. Yeah, Manuka, which is just here. So this is kind of like a yellowy tone, which is like most of the shade. So I don't have anything on my lid right now. And W7 I have, you know, seen everywhere, especially in like Beauty Outlet, because they are the brand that kind of fit there. I've seen them in TK Maxx a lot as well, but I've never actually picked up any of their stuff just because I don't know, some of the makeup, it just feels like it's not gonna work. Like it just feels like it's just unpigmented and just gonna be a waste of my money. So I thought £3, you know, I can't, it's not gonna be the end of the world if it doesn't work for me, but if it works for me, that'd be a great pick up. So far that first shade was actually quite nice. Yeah, I mean, it's just a nice kind of yellow. It looks darker in the pan than it does actually on my eyes, but it is a nice transition shade, so I'm not going in too heavy with it. And then next we'll go in something a little bit darker, so I'm going to go in with this one just towards the end, which is annoying because the sticker, so the sticker that ends start from that side. So it's going to be like the Charlotte Tilbury thing all over again. So this shade that I mentioned here is actually called Sting. So it's a bit of a darker shade. So I'm going to get that on my brush, and I'm just going to put that in my crease just to kind of darken that up a bit. So yeah, I am a big fan of like dupes, but when it comes to being the exact same thing, like packaging, not quality, because obviously, you know, brands are very different these days, but if you do the same packaging, like that's just calling out for trouble. I know there's been so many brands that have been again like hustling towards revolution, and I know that Manny MUA definitely was not one of the first people to speak up, but definitely someone who was like, look, you've literally just stolen my idea, what is the issue? And so they had to recall that product. So I mean, good on Manny MUA for just doing that, because obviously you work really hard towards releasing your product and ideas, and someone just outright steals it. So, but the thing is with W7, I've never heard anyone kind of like say to them like, you're literally stealing our ideas, what is happening? So I guess they're getting away with it, so they're continuing. But so far it's not looking too bad. I mean, it is pretty pigmented, so I'm just going to carry on, and I'm going to go with this darker shade at the corner, which is called Pure. So I'm going to take a smaller brush, just because I want to put that, oh, my mirror's just completely disappeared. I'm like putting it in so many different places. So I'm going to put that just here, and I'm going to brush it upwards, because I am going to put a full face on afterwards, just so it looks a bit better. So I'm just going to blend that in. It's working out not too bad. I mean, again, when it comes to the beauty outlet, I don't know how long things have been on the shelves for, and if you've never been to a beauty outlet before, they're basically it's like a store that has discontinued makeup, but at really cheap prices. So for example, they have W7, of course, they have NYX, they have one thing I do find very strange. So in the UK there was a brand called Model Zone. I don't know if it was in America or anywhere. They still have a ton of Model Zone stuff, but Model Zone has been closed for at least 2 years, and I am kind of skeptical about buying any more of their makeup, because I don't want my skin to get even worse. So I feel like some of the makeup you should probably steer away from, just because it might not be good. Like, I don't know, I'm not sure how it works when it comes to how old that stuff is, because it hasn't been opened, but it just doesn't look right. So I'm actually going to go with a shimmer now, because I feel like if I just put a shimmer on the lower, it'll just look quite nice. I feel like I'll go in with this one just here, not the bright yellow one, but the one next to it, which I think is called Royal. So there, the picture on the bag, it doesn't specifically represent all the shades, but that's fine, because you know the palette is £12. What can you do? What can you do, honestly? So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to put it, oh wow, okay, put that on the rest of my lid. That's come out pretty nice. No shade on that, I can tell you. I mean, W7, you know, they have decent quality. But yeah, like I said, when it comes to the outlet, be very careful with what you buy, because I know that there are apps that you can check how old a product is by, it's like if you scan the barcode or something, it will tell you how old the product is. So you probably might not have to worry about how old something is. But again, when it comes to the outlet, I would advise being very careful when it comes to stuff like this. I'm just neating everything up now, because this is kind of like the finished look that I'm going to do. I'm not doing anything crazy insane, but I feel like I would give the palette some kind of effort, and you know what, it doesn't look too bad. What I think I want to do now is do the rest of my face, but I might do it off camera just to save a bit of time for you guys to watch, and yeah, I'll give my final thoughts at the end. Okay, so this is my finished look. I look a little bit ill, if I might be honest. The lips was a bad choice, but I'm going to change those because I'm going to be filming a video just after this one to do something with my lips. So yeah, let's ignore those for the moment. But yeah, the eyes are looking not too bad. In my inner corner, I actually decided to put this really bright one in the middle, which is called Raw, and you can see how well it's come out. And on my lower lash line, I just added 1 or 2 of the shades that I've used before. But this is quite a decent palette. I mean, for £3, if you want to save some money by not spending like I don't know, £39 on Urban Decay, and you want to spend money at W7 for £3 or normally £12, then go for it. I mean, again, like I mentioned, will do a video in the future talking about maybe if dupes are killing off like higher end brands, because a lot of people tend to be going for the dupes these days. But it's not always necessarily, you know, the answer, because a lot of people will always go to Charlotte Tilbury, always go to, you know, Natasha Denona and stuff like that. So there's so many brands out there that are not going to close down because of these dupes. But I feel like a lot of brands like Revolution and W7 are really paving a way for those who can't afford something like that. But let me know if you've tried any other W7 palettes, because I'm really intrigued to try them, and I might do some more, because again I might do a full face of W7 as well. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on my social medias, because I'm always active on there. And I hope you're having a very good week, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye guys.